I'm going to knit that in the tail like that. Knit that in there. There we go. And just be careful and knit the, and then I want this straighter so it's more like that. Okay, I'm getting the shape almost like I want it. And I'm forming the felted tail so it doesn't stick up. I want it to be more straight. And so that's what I'm doing. Of course, you got to look at it from all sides so there's no weird lumps. Now there's a depression on his back, and I'm going to add some of this on there. But first I'm going to do the tail, because the feathers come up underneath that tail when I look at my reference. Just gently put it in there and, you know, oh, I found something. So just pick that out. Okay. My last video I had some background music in there and YouTube caught it. So I took all the video out of this one, and so now I'm just, you know, narrating as I watch what I'm doing here. So, yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. So I need to develop the shape more on here, and that's what I'm doing. And then I think, you know, I'm comparing it next to my reference, and I think his head is a little, you know, still too round. It needs to be thinned down some. So that's what I'm going to do. You know, you can condense your fibers in more, and like I said before, I like a firmer bird anyway and not be too squishy. And then I had that depression in the back that I'm shaping, and I'm going to add some more wool to that and just knit it right in there. And just working the shape some more. It looks like it's starting to take shapes. I don't like the way those tails are curling. So what I'm going to do is knit that together. But I think I want to put some orange under the two tail feathers on one side. And I just, you know, stretch that real thin. And it'll still be black, but it'll have a little bit of orange on top. So I'm going to spread this layer out. And then I'll, you know, put the second tail feather over top of that, and you'll see the edge of the orange coming out of there. And make it do, you know, give it a little color instead of just that solid black. There we go. Let's add a little bit more. You know, technically that'll be covered, but that's okay. I see a little in there, a little orange in there. I was thinking this one's like a little too long for me, this tail. So, looking at it, I think I'm going to cut that off. You can see the orange on the underneath tail. So I'm going to round it. There we go. That's alright. Just take a little more. Try to get a nice little curve on it. Oh, my scissors. They're not so sharp, it seems like. Alright, I got that. Actually, I'm not that good with scissors. You know, you really gotta practice with those too. Alright, I'm gonna turn it this way. Because I want that tail to come straight down. Or straight out. Now see, under the tail, you've got some white right here, see? So I'm gonna put some white under there. I'm thinking that I gotta organize my bags, put all my colors in for chickadee, put all my colors in for a nuthatcher or a hummingbird bag or a box, I'm not sure. So I'm going to put some under there, a little bit of white. Under where? Under there. So add a little more. Just got to make it symmetrical. Now, technically I'm going to be adding some color over that, so I don't know. I'll still have the shape. You're really supposed to do that with your beige color. Well, let's see what happens. There we go. Like I said, this is my first nuthatch bird. It's a pretty bird. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna separately knit the wings and apply those later. I need to round this out. You know, if I look at it from the top view, this side needs to be rounded. And then from, you know, looking at it from the top, it also kind of looks like an upside down teardrop. So round that shoulder out on both sides. That's much better. See, I'm just drawing. It's called an additive. You're adding the wool. Maybe sometimes you have to subtract it, but mostly this is called additive sculpture. I'm going to make that rounded on the other side too, so add a little bit over here. That looks better, much better. I'm almost finished with the base, and then I'll be ready for color. Just get that. See, now you can see that teardrop shape. You know, if you add your color on a bad shape, you're just going to have bad color on top of the bad shape. So, you know, this is your base work. You got to have your foundation on a good foundation, if you know what I mean. Right? Looks like he might need a little deeper belly. Okay, and so when I leave the studio, I'll make a little tent and put it over top. I guess I'm thinking about what I gotta do tomorrow. So, alright. We're almost finished here with the base shape. Now I keep looking at this, and of course I'm going to turn it on every side. You see how much more around, even though I just added that shoulder. It seemed a little out of symmetry, so poke that down a little bit. Yeah, need to add some more back on the other side. You know, sometimes when you're looking at it too close, you don't see, and so it's always good to, you know, maybe just stop and then come back and look at it again. Also, you know, if you ask somebody, you know, how does this look to you, and you get a totally objective point of view. You know, if anybody says, why is this doing that? Then you know it's not convincing. So it's always good to get objective feedback. Seeing, comparing the size to my reference, seems about right. And I'm going to add a little more to the belly because it seems a little deeper to me than what I have there. Just make the shape. And then the fun part comes. Not that this isn't fun. It's kind of like having a bird in your hand. You know, a little thing comes to life. And you develops a little personality while you're working on it. So when I leave, yeah, the studio, I'm going to show you a little video of the space we're working at. Here I'm making the tent. I'm just going to cover my bird just in case there's any dust flying around overnight. There we go. If you want to know where we are, we're in our studio in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. And that's my peacock over there. That's needle felt. That's a reverse painting on plexiglass. That's wrapped in green cellophane, so don't criticize me. There's the another reverse painting with the moon, all done in Payne's gray and white, believe it or not. My artist's portraits there. That's the desk. We got some space here. That's a commission painting I'm working on. Don't tell my cousin Marlene. My dot series, plein air box for I go out plein air painting. These are cardinal beaks, so I have 3 that are ready to roll for another cardinal when I get around to it. That's my engineer, Magnus. We're going to come over here, and there are the tulips. I'm doing these long tulips. This is my monkey wall. I got 70 portraits there. Monkey business going on in the world today. And here's Magnus. He does sculptures, all kinds of things, you know, parts and mannequin pieces and, you know, just all kinds of things. This is the plein air wall, and I had my hand-painted signs up there, but they're at a show. So those are gone. And these are all wrapped too and ready to go to our next show. That's my ocean painting. That's oil on canvas, 48 by, 48 by 72, the dot series. We got some tall ceilings here, and that's the studio, so that's a little quick tour of where we're working. All right, well, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.